Today's video is sponsored by Elivs Wanjala, a true patriot and a Kenyan nationalist at heart. Stand by for debrief in 3, 2, 1. It seems Ruto, Murkomen, and the other cronies have made up their minds that by any means necessary, they must arrest Gachagua upon return. Here's what Murkomen had to say not too long ago.
I saw another man who sat where you are sitting the other day, disparaging our country, talking about issues of insecurity as though it's a joke, to the extent that he's talking about, he thinks that he's going to parade issues of terrorism in America for him to get votes. Your Excellency, we want to say without fear of contradiction, because he has said he has information and he knows and he has an agent who is sitting in meetings with Al-Shabaab. As soon as he lands in Kenya, he must record a statement to tell us exactly which meetings he's doing with terrorists.
Now in response, Rigiji basically flipped the bird on Murkomen and told him to take his peasant self elsewhere. Here's a tip.
I saw the Minister for Interior saying that we should be asked to help in investigations in this matter. We cannot help in any investigations because the Kenya government has not initiated any investigations against William Ruto. The people who have initiated investigations is the American Senate. So if there is need for us to help in investigations, we'll help the American Senate, not the Kenya government, because the Kenya government has not initiated any investigation. Number two, the Kenyan government cannot investigate William Ruto because those policemen work under him. And all the things he is doing of killing people and abducting people, he is doing with the very police. So there is nobody stupid enough to go and report William Ruto to the Kenyan police. Nothing will be done against it. So MSCS, please, don't sell fear to us. You know we cannot buy.
Now in this video, I want us to look into some of the reasons why Murkomen and his masters want to arrest Gachagua and also why it's such a terrible idea. And with no further ado, let's get after it. Now the first reason why these guys want to arrest Gachagua is to ensure that he can never run for office. Because already he's been impeached. However, that can always be overturned through a creative court order. But if he's held in prison for 6 months or more, he automatically becomes ineligible to vie for office, even if it's a house arrest like the one Museveni has been doing on Besigye over the years. So long story short, they want to wipe him off the political map. They need at least 2 legal hurdles on this guy so that wakwe comfortable he won't go anywhere. And impeachment is not enough. Hii nchi court order can fix anything. They need to also escort the impeachment with a 6-month incarceration. But I would like to say good luck with that. Now the second reason why they want to arrest Rigiji so bad is because of something called revenge. These guys have a very deep and personal hatred towards Rigiji, and that's not only because Gachagua exposes their eating schemes on a regular, but also because he's good at destroying their characters in just 2 seconds. This is what Rigiji had to say about Ruto.
Hiyo barabara ya kutoka hapo PI kwenda Murinduko, kwenda Momboni, kwenda Kihomboine, kwenda Ndiniroko, kwenda Marurumo, kwenda Kiandegwa. Hiyo barabara iko ama haiko?
Anataja barabara wakikuyu wanasema
This is what he also had to say about Farouk and Sudi.
He has 2 advisors whom he takes advice from. Oscar Sudi, who is a standard 3 dropout. Farouk Bet, who is a standard 6 dropout. So these 2 advisors have no value for education. So they have advised William Ruto to get money meant for education and take it to bribe people.
And finally, Mr. Yes Sir.
You saw some woman there in Kisii. She said she had a group of 31 women. She was given 2,000. Each woman 64 shillings. And then Soprano is saying that it is economic empowerment. You know, surely, you know, sometimes, and the guy is a professor. You know, sometimes you look at people, matharau kwa wa Kenya. You give people 64 shillings unasema at an economic empowerment. Yet if that lady had gone to pick tea for a day.
You know, when you have an individual ambaye anakuchomea left, right, center, and the people are enjoying it, I think you'll find that you also can't help it. You'll hate the guy because it's painful. Mtu akipanda microphone kila siku anakuchongoa na inaenda viral. For as long as he speaks, you're losing bonga points. Wouldn't you also want that person arrested? So we can all understand the pain and frustration of yule wa standard 3 na 6, of Murkomen and of Ruto. Because Gachagua is literally nuking them every single chance he gets. Whether he's on Kenyan soil, American soil, bora ako hii dunia, amesema hawa hawatapata amani. And that's what they hate about him. Now on the flip side, here's why arresting Rigiji is such a bad idea. I don't even know who came up with this. Number one, the arrest of Rigathi Gachagua will make him president in 2027. I've said it all along. If you want to make somebody big, persecute them. If Jesus was not crucified on the cross, we may not all have known him today. If JF Kennedy was not shot and killed, he will not be one of the most famous presidents of America. People who've gone through injustice always end up winning sympathy throughout history, even long after they've gone. Look at Donald Trump. He was dragged into court as a presidential candidate. They took a mugshot. Judges were talking down on him. Whether you like Trump or not, that made some people say, hold on a minute, this ain't right. Why would a former president, who is now a presidential candidate, be dragged into court and have to listen to appellate judge? Those are the exact same questions people will ask about Gachagua. And if those questions are asked, his popularity will skyrocket. You want to make him president? By all means, arrest him. See what happens. Now, the second reason why arresting Gachagua is such a bad idea is because I suspect, it's not a guarantee, but I strongly suspect it will send us back to the 2007 era, where there'll be so much chaos and violence. Here's why. When Rigiji was impeached, that long hounding process, which started with psychological warfare, people saying, we will impeach you, we will impeach you. Then the impeachment motion was brought to the National Assembly. Signatures ikachukuliwa. He went there to defend himself. He was impeached anyway. It went to the Senate. He went there to defend himself. He got sick, akaenda hospitali. He was impeached anyway. Throughout that entire process, 100% of Gachagua's supporters did not protest. They kept quiet. That is called political goodwill. Wangefanya maandamano, wangevunja vitu, they could have done what they want, but they kept quiet. Let people not mistake that same grace to be a permanent feature, that utaimpeach mutu, urudi tena kumpiga kiboko ingine ya arrest, and the same people will keep quiet. Kuna kitu inaitwa boiling point, or a tipping point. Or we could even talk about the straw that broke the camel's back. That is where we are headed. If you impeach him, I cannot personally guarantee that hii country itabaki vile iko. And it has been the same case with Raila all these years. If you arrest Raila, there is no peace in this country. Gachagua has reached that status just the other day. So for those who love peace and rule of law, arrest somebody when there is a tangible reason to arrest somebody. Usiarrest mtu sababu anakuchongoa, usiarrest mtu sababu amekushinda kwa umaarufu. It's counterproductive. Now with that, let's see what Kenyans on X had to say about this, and I quote, either Wanjoroge said, arresting Rigathi will make him president in 2027. I concur. I would advise them to ignore him like Wajakoya, but they're too stupid to listen. Boaz Hinyeli said, no one can dare arrest Rigathi here in Kenya. He's too big to be arrested. Mbaja Mara said, man is moving around the US under the protection of the federal agents, and you think you can arrest him here? That's exactly what they're hoping for. Now, what say you guys? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. Now, with that, here's the ad of the day. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602, and he'll get your house dapped up. And if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. If you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.